Okay, I'll tell you to say hi. Wait, have we started?
Yeah, we started.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hi, everyone. Dan, you can say hi too.
Can I? Okay.
Yep, great. So I thought we'd start.
I didn't say hi.
Say hi. Say that we're appreciative of all the feedback that we're receiving, which is quite a lot, which is exciting. It's been really positive. Dan just fell off the chair. And of course, we're always open to any suggestions that you may have. What do you call it? Like positive, constructive criticism. That's what it's called.
That sounds good.
So yeah, in a nice way, of course. So if you want to send that through on the Facebook page, or email is latetothepartyasd@gmail.com. Before we do start, before the intro music, I just wanted to add a little bit of negative feedback that I've received.
Impossible.
From my darling mother and my darling husband.
No.
They are both interested in all the talk about my drug taking. And I actually can't remember how this started. I know that we made a joke about it. I think it was just about because, I don't know, I think I was all for people taking medication, but then we made jokes about it being about drugs.
Right.
And now both my mum and my husband are well, tell me about it. What are all these drugs that you've been taking? Why do you and Dan always talk about all the drugs that you take or took? And I didn't take all the drugs. I didn't do all that.
No, I didn't either. I think it harkens back to the times when you were just trying to get along in a group and trying to, talk tough or talk cool.
Yes.
I think that some of that stuff doesn't go away. You want to sound impressive, and we're trying to impress all these people on the podcast, but no.
Do you think you're impressed? They don't.
It's compared to a lot of the stories I've heard over the years. No, I was an absolute lightweight.
So can you just tell my mum that Bianca definitely does not talk to you about taking drugs?
No, we never do. We never ever talk about it.
No, we haven't. So that's okay. I'm good. And also to the husband, that's all clear. It's all out there. That's good. Clarified.
Absolutely. That will be the last drug reference that we'll ever do, I promise.
Yes.
No more.
No, that sounds good.
Done.
Okay. Play the music.
So have you noticed when you walked in the pod cave, there's a bit of stuff going on in here?
No.
My poor wife, being a teacher, has so much art materials and things like that to deal with, and we don't have a big enough house to deal with all this sort of stuff, so sometimes it comes down here until it finds its home. So at the moment, in her little corner, there's boxes of things and all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Now you notice, but before I just walk in and I look at the microphone and just look at this side of the room.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And, I think everyone has that, whether it's a room or an area. We have that. It's my study, which you can hardly even walk into.
Monica's cupboard, yes. Well, I wanted to ask you what you thought when you looked in here. Did you think that the pod cave was half full of crap or half empty of crap?
I actually did not notice any crap at all. So what does that mean?
That you're neither positive nor negative?
Yeah, maybe
neutral.
Let's say balanced. Well, what about yourself? But I think it's your own house. You walk in and you go, crap.
No. I think it's just, particularly with having kids and having, like I said, not a lot of an older house with not that much storage. It's just something you end up getting used to after a while.
Do you think you're a positive or a negative person?
I think I'm probably. It's a hard one. It's like I think I'm in the middle as well. Like I from a young age, I was being positive about my future, but I also like a lot of sad, depressing songs, stories. I like writing those sorts of songs and stories. So does that make me a negative person?
No, I think that's taken a different way than I took it because, and I'll make a comment on you and whether you're positive or negative. I think that you're positive unless you are stressed and then you are negative and you can't see anything except the negative. That's about you. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Yep. I totally
Do you have any
agree
comment on me or not really? No. Don't know.
No, I think you are definitely a positive person. You've got a good positive outlook on life. You've got You go. When you want to get something done, or when you have some ideas about where you want to go, you handle it very positively. So there's not a lot of negativity that I've experienced. Again, other than stress times, I think where that's when I think a lot of the internalised negativity can happen. So it's not necessarily things, if we're feeling negative, we don't always show it.
True.
On the outside, I got very good at hiding that.
You are. I thought we were talking about me. I thought you were talking about me. Okay. Well, how about I talk about me? I was talking to your wife and I actually texted her and asked her if I'm positive or negative. And she said positive. And then I actually spoke to her about it and I said, some people would think that's negative because I always can point out negative things. But we came to the conclusion that it's actually just being real. A lot of neurotypicals will just keep it to themselves and not be outward with those negative thoughts, whereas I'd say the negative things because it's the truth. And so she likes that, your wife likes it because it's real.
Yeah. And that's the way that we hold our relationship as well. Just honesty, sometimes brutal honesty, but and sometimes the kids wonder what in the world's going on. But we say this is having a marriage, children. And we, instead of keeping it to ourselves and letting it fester, we don't do that. And that's why I think we've had a healthy relationship for so long. Yes. So very, very long.
Yeah. No, I think we do that too. I don't, but our kids, your kids are more sensitive about it. I think ours don't say anything.
To you. Maybe you should ask if they talk to each other about that.
Oh, actually, no, that's a really good point. They go, okay, let's just clean our rooms and make sure we've done everything right so that no one gets annoyed at us too. That's true. Good point. So what about, do others see you, do you think, as negative or positive?
Oh, no, I think some people would think me negative, but I've got a lot of other people who think me as being quite a positive person. That the weird thing is for me at the moment is that a lot of that positivity, a lot of that outwardly positivity is masking.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm like, what's going on under there? Once I take that down, what does that mean for me as a person?
But you're never negatively masking, are you?
Well, masking can have negative and positive consequences to you as well. Sometimes we don't want to constantly mask our feelings because, again, it's about suppression and not being your true self. So, it can be both.
But you might mask to be a positive person, but you never mask to be negative.
Oh.
I've gotten really deep here.
I know.
Is it too much? You needed some time to think about that. Did you want to get back to us next week?
It's starting to make my brain turn into a walnut.
It's a bit much. But okay, then how about you can think about it while I talk about me. Do others see as positive or negative? I think pretty much everyone would say that I'm positive, except the people like my husband and my mum maybe, potentially. Well, they would see definitely a lot of positive elements, but they also see the ugly side of you or the worst side of you. So
they do, that's right.
That's fine. Yeah. Have you thought of an answer to what I asked about masking negatively? Masking negatively.
That's all my head keeps going back to, is that you're doing it to stop from having some sort of negative consequences to yourself. So no, I don't, perhaps that's not something that we do.
No, we don't.
No. I mean, are you also talking about like masking as in masking to be nasty to someone?
Well, I don't know what I mean.
Put someone down? Because that's something I am literally incapable of doing.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Of doing the put downs and the nastiness. I get extremely shocked when people do it to me and I've gotten the last 20 years or so I can handle it fine. I don't get hurt, but before that I got extremely hurt. So I think that's why I've never done it myself.
Well, this also reminds me of when my son was about 4 and I asked you, because you're great at playing the guitar, whether you would give him guitar lessons, and I didn't know you that well at the time. You kind of went, whatever. But then you told your wife there's no way you're going to do that because it's too much of a commitment to be doing that, right? But you couldn't actually tell me that that's not what you weren't interested in it.
No, that's probably true. I think
it is definitely true.
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Well, there's a history too, because I have actually taught kids before.
You haven't?
I have.
Yeah.
And I've taught
and you don't like them.
Intellectually disabled adults. Oh. I've done it a few times and I don't enjoy the experience either.
Oh, okay, but you should have just said that to me.
Well, yeah, I probably didn't have my script. My script for that now is, sorry, I love music too much to teach children.
Oh, okay. Or maybe I should have just texted you beforehand and said, I'm going to speak to you about this.
That's right, so prepare
So
myself.
come up with your answer. Yeah. So do you think other people view autism negatively or positively?
I would say 90% negatively.
Okay. I feel like in the school area, what do you call it, school system thing, like parents, there seems to be a lot of parents that are, I don't know, I found it positive. I found it quite positive.
Could depend a bit on the school and
Yes.
the people you're around.
Yeah,
But
true.
even within schools, like, there still is, and I literally can tell you 15 minutes ago, there was an example of that at my daughter's school.
Yes.
With someone who, a teacher was asked about autism, and his response was insane. It didn't make any sense. It was completely wrong. And I thought, well, this is coming from a great school.
That's bizarre. So what teacher, what kind of teacher? Like maths?
I'm not sure. I think it wasn't a normal, it was a substitute teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. But what my daughter has said on that is that next time I see this teacher, I'm actually going to talk to them about it.
Yes.
And explain to them what autism actually is.
So they should also speak to, say, the autism advocate person at the school, the ICANN network people, and
Yes.
let them know to speak to that
That's
person
it.
too.
And there's no and I look at that as a positive thing. It's a positive opportunity to educate someone on how bizarrely broad autism is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right. It just depends. It's on the situation, the people. Actually, I did tell, we've talked about, whether we are open with it or not. So I did speak to when I was caught up with a couple, I actually thought the bride was definitely ADHD, like massively. And so I thought, because I was talking about the podcast, and then she's like, what's it about? Weddings, I'll have to listen. And I said, no, it's actually about autism, late diagnosis, and also ADHD. And she was like, I don't really know much about that. And I thought, well, you should. But I didn't say it that way. Oh, yes. But anyway, so she was I thought she would be more like, oh my gosh, I've got that too. And that's why I said that.
Oh, yes. You put it out there thinking this is a sure thing.
That happens to me. And I'll say, I have this. And then the person doesn't say it back, even though I know they've got it.
I know. And I love what Hannah Gadsby said about that in one of her comedy shows, where people would come up to her and say, I think I've got some information to tell you here, and, I don't care how you're going to take it, but this is information and knowledge is power, so here it is.
Yes.
And so that's something that we would naturally like to do. I'd like to do that, just to tell people how it is.
That's what Em Rusciano did which is a great show the other day. What's Frank Kelly? Yes, Fran Kelly. He's on ABC. She's got her own show now, and
correct.
she had
I saw that.
Em Rusciano and Chloe Hayden. These are the only people I talk about all the time. And when and Em's like, you just wait till the next guest comes out. He's definitely autistic. And then
That's right.
that was really great. I loved it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
And the more we talk about it, the better.
Yeah. So you have an infographic you would like to talk about?
It's an interesting one. I got it from autismawarenesscentre.com. The positives of autism. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to just list them and see? You just comment if you feel like
I'll jump in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The first one is attention to detail. Thoroughness, accuracy around specific details.
Yes. Well, some people have it's for certain things, I guess, isn't it? Yes, for some, no for other things.
I think I've learnt something about that actually just recently regarding my son. And quite a remarkable thing happened this week for him, and that is my son has a real negative view of reading.
Yes.
He hates to read, so every night's a bit of a struggle sometimes to get him to read. Now, we went and got a Pokemon game for him because he really, really wanted this game. And
like a board game or?
No, it's a Nintendo Switch game.
Oh, okay.
He really wanted it, so we put it on, and from the start, there is a lot of text. There's a lot of talking. They don't say the words, it's just in text. And amongst the text, there's adventure. But he just started to read it all. And it was just the most amazing thing to see that his attention to detail, and the second point there is deep focus as well, all comes down to motivation. And I keep coming back to that over and over again in my own life and on the podcast too, is the motivation is the critical ingredient for learning. And so he hates to read these other books, but as soon as he got something like Pokemon, all of a sudden it was just, he was reading like he'd never read before, and a lot.
Yes. Well, I mean, I spoke to a girl who's, I think she was at university, and in year 12 she went quite badly in the course, in year 12, and then going into university she had to do like a TAFE course first, but she went so well in the IT TAFE course because every subject is on her interest. Whereas in high school, in year 12, she went so badly because there's like one subject she got, and then once she got to do that bridging course, she's now in the university and going really well. So that was really interesting to me. It doesn't have to always be that, straight from high school straight into a university course. A lot of autistics need that sort of bridging.
They do.
Yeah.
I think the word, it gets better.
Yes.
It's something that I'll certainly be telling my kids as they go through high school that it's not the be-all, end-all. I think most people, when they start a university course or something, they end up not doing that as a profession. They move on to something else as well. So it's ongoing, and it's always going to get better, but it's pushing through. That's the hard bit, isn't it? It's pushing through the non-motivated learning.
Yes.
That's the clincher for
exactly
people like myself and my son.
Yes. So tell me more.
Well, there's also observation skills.
Yes.
I'm interested to see what I think you said you've got observation skills. You've got really good observation skills of other people.
Of myself, of other people interacting with other people. And I guess I think you are also really good at observing, but I am going to throw this out there, not out here, that I think you're really good at observing, but you're not observing other people's interactions and what they're doing. You're always doing it in terms of how it relates to you.
I think so. I don't think about what I'm going to say next, because that really annoys me in people who you can see that they're sitting there thinking, oh, what are they going to... They're not even listening to you. They want to... Yeah. I think the one-on-ones are where I do well. Yes. And the group discussions and other people having their discussions, no, it doesn't occur to me.
So you're not really into...
or think about what they're saying.
Small talk?
No, I do not like small talk.
So then, really, this is like the best thing for you, this podcast, because you don't have to do the small talk. You can meet someone and just say, just listen to my podcast and I'll speak to you afterwards, and then we can get into the deep issues.
I've already done that a number of times.
Have you?
Even a close friend who's overseas, I even said on there, look, by the way, there's this podcast out there that I'm on. You might get to, know me a little bit.
Yes, and then give me a call afterwards and we can...
Yeah, that's right. And tell me off for something or other. Or find that he's learned a lot more about myself, and I think the same thing for you too.
But also, Dan, you need to think outside of yourself, not saying that in a mean way, but think about but you need to learn about him as well. So it's not just about talking about you.
Anyway, another thing about observation, for me, one of my observation skills is related to music. My observation, be it visual or auditory, is quite extraordinary.
Right.
And so I can observe things that I want to see. Although, I'll give you another example. When I was into Ganesha and the Eastern stuff, when I moved to London...
Wait, is that the music that we were listening to like 2 weeks ago? No, that was something else from another place.
No, we haven't done that.
What's Ganesha?
We ended up deleting that.
Oh, okay. Forget that bit. What's Ganesha?
Ganesha is in the elephant-headed god, the Eastern god.
I've never heard of him.
You've never heard of Ganesha?
Wait, is this a religion?
Yeah, it's Hinduism.
I know Hindu. Yeah. Okay.
It's an amazing story. It's a lot more interesting than biblical stories, I can tell you that.
Okay.
So, because I was into Ganesha, when I went over to London, I saw Ganesha statues everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I just became a New Zealander all of a sudden. Absolutely everywhere. And again, that was in the front of my mind, and I just kept observing it everywhere I went.
Oh, you're giving really good eye contact today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not really interested in what you're talking about. So let's move on.
Next,
Yep.
absorbing and retaining facts.
Well, I'm really good at that because, for example, the remembering that you love your blood orange gin that your friend gave you from a few years ago, and also, I guess, the guitar. That, I guess that was an insult with the, the guitar lessons, and you couldn't even be bothered answering. But anyway, yeah. So I will remember all the things.
It's incredible. I think, maybe with autism, it's very selective.
Yes, it's very selective.
Incredibly selective. For my childhood, I have very limited memories of, but I can tell you what music I was listening to at 5 years of age, what my favourite song was at that time, and where I was when I listened to it, and so I think my memory is tied very closely into that side of it.
So can you do like you listen to a song and you then go in your head like that was 1994 when that came out because I was doing this at the time?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, what else?
Visual skills.
Oh.
Visual learners, detailed focus.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of visual learners, isn't there? I think my daughter is one of those.
I don't know what that is. I can't get my head around this.
I don't really know because you and I are word people.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not that either.
I don't know what visual learning is.
No, I don't.
Reading?
I don't think in pictures. If anything, I'll close my eyes and I can see words.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe people can...
It's like first this, then this, and you've got a picture of both things, isn't it? That's what the OTs do.
Thinking in pictures. I don't know what that means.
No.
And to be honest, on top of that, I don't know what I do.
Well, okay, so I think in conversations. I have conversations non-stop in my head.
Oh, I can do that, yeah. Yeah, I'll have... Yeah,
are you having them with other people?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you sometimes redo the conversation because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go? You have a different way you respond?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, I do that.
Wow.
Yeah, what else?
Or if anyone can email us and tell us if their visual skills are excellent and
actually,
what it actually means.
Your wife will do that. Yeah, she's good with that.
Yeah, that's true.
But she doesn't have autism.
Exactly. So she's not allowed.
She doesn't count.
No, she's not allowed on here. Expertise, I think that just falls into the same sort of thing we've just talked about.
Yes.
Methodical approaches. Processes, being analytical. I love that kind of stuff.
I love analytics, yeah.
Yeah. I do enjoy that. It's part of my work as well.
Mine too. Well, not now. Was.
Spotting patterns. See, here's the thing. I can spot patterns in one aspect, but then the people I used to work with, and I'd worked with for at least 10 years at this point, they showed up one morning, they were looking at me, and everyone else was looking at me expectantly, and they were standing there waiting for me to say something. I didn't know what I was supposed to be saying. And finally they had to tell me, I've got an engagement ring on. How could you not notice that she never wears jewellery ever?
Oh, someone else, not you.
Yeah, someone else.
I thought you were engaged. No, you forgot.
No, I forgot I was engaged. It was just ridiculous.
Oh, and
Jenny
she was there,
furious.
Okay. And she probably would have been putting her hand out a little bit as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I did not notice that.
No.
But I will notice other things. And another lady I worked with was amazing. She would move I would move one item on her desk and she would know straight away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Not me, no.
What else have we got? I think this is very much true probably for both of us, which is novel approaches, unique thought processes. That's all I do.
Yes.
I like to turn everything novel.
Yeah, okay. I don't really have much to say about that.
There you go. What about creativity then? Here's an interesting one.
I used to think that I was extremely creative, and now I feel like I don't have time for it. Sorry?
After you met me and the songs that I've been writing for the podcast, you realised that you're working with a musical genius? Or?
Yeah, well, you're pretty good with coming up. I don't know how long it takes you to do that though, but you also admire that I just jump in and I just jump straight into it. I don't need to have any pre-thought for it. I just do it.
Well, it only took me, we've got one coming up, it only took me about 15 minutes to do it.
Dan has recorded some music, but he actually recorded some other music for me first, and then he decided, no, that was too good for me, so he then created something else.
That's
You'll see that. You'll hear that later.
Yep. Okay, next, tenacity and resilience.
Oh, well, I mean, don't people with autism and, additional needs are resilient, isn't it? You have to be.
You have to be. That's, yeah. Whether that's a learnt behaviour or whether it's inherent
Yes.
in autism, I don't know. But I certainly had to learn
Yes.
both of those things throughout my life. And who knows? I don't know. I'll have to explore that a bit further to see if that's something I always had or was it nature or nurture? I don't know. What about accepting of differences? That's a
other
really
people?
interesting one.
Okay, so they're saying that autistic people are accepting of difference.
Yeah.
I don't
Less
know.
likely to judge other people.
Oh, is that because they're just thinking about themselves? Not looking outside themselves?
I chalk it down to ethics and not wanting to see other people suffering or hurt.
Oh, okay.
That's how I see that.
right.
For me, I've gone to protests and for things that I'm not, LGBTQ, that sort of stuff. Where I've gone and been a part of that protest, but it's not about me because I know that they've been struggling and that they've had it tough. And maybe that's part of... This is all before I understood anything about myself. And all of a sudden I realised, oh my God, maybe that was something in my consciousness was telling me, yeah, this is just like you, mate. This is...
Right.
You've got to help the little guy.
Okay, just like about 40 seconds back, you actually said protest.
I know, I did say that protest. I thought it was quite... I liked that.
Did you say... But it's like... Oh, I thought you maybe were... Whether you said that all the time or
No.
protest as in like... I thought you got the word wrong. But other people hearing it as well, and they probably want to let someone to let you know, and that's why I'm just bringing it up now.
Well, I did say protest on the other one, so I said it twice.
Mixing it up a little bit, okay.
You're going to make me do an edit thing. I'm going to go and find the two and then put them together. I think
Don't
that's
edit.
interesting.
Keep it real.
Protests, protest, protests, protest, protests, protest, protests, protest.
What else? I'm actually losing patience on this list. So
Okay.
we're nearly done.
Integrity, that's the other one.
Oh, that's
Honest,
it.
loyal,
Okay.
committed. I think that's...
Yeah.
oh,
why
okay.
not?
There's an R to that.
There's an R.
You just went,
Sure. Like I'm not like passionate about those things.
okay.
Okay. So you wanted to talk about autistic.
That's the one. A couple of podcasts back, I was trying to think of what's another term for non-neurodivergent people, and I've come across it a few times now. One in the book that I recommended that I had not read, but I'm reading it now, and I think on another show as well, I heard autistic as a description for neurotypicals.
Oh, I thought autistic meant everybody.
No, it's all others who are not autistic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neurotypical.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So how an autistic world sets us up for failure. Well, we also heard on one of those, you and I were talking about how neurotypicals do weird things. They do all these strange things and we do all the real things.
That's right. We get down to the business.
They do
end
all the
of
things where they're pretending to... I don't know, can't even think of an example. Do you have an example?
Well, I think the incessant small talk and also the incessant, like, I really dislike these group work things that they get together. Now, you're going to go all together and you're going to build a bridge with, paper and
Torture.
sticks and just the conversations that go back and forth. It's just so annoying.
Yes, and there's like the people that are trying to push in to be certain roles.
I know. That's when I start to think,
The
I know exactly
leaders
what you're going to do.
Yes, I know
exactly. What you're gonna do.
exactly. You've got those, and I can't stand that. But also, I work better by myself. So I need to go off by myself, have no noise or whatever, and create.
Yes.
I cannot create with these other people.
Yeah, and I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they get anything done. And I think that might be an example of looking back through history, how some things have taken a very long time for change. And I think if there were more autistic people, things would have moved along a lot quicker than this.
Yeah, but it's about, who's the alpha and what. Actually, my husband is a police officer and he has done a course. One of the courses he's done is they're working out, they do all this, these questionnaires, work out, are you an alpha, are you a whatever, and all the different kinds of people in a group. And so it's good. So when they do form groups at work, they'll choose like one alpha and they choose, I can't think of what the other people are called. You've got your alpha, which is my husband. You've got the group person, whatever, there's the workers, there's the whatever, and you need to get to make that team work.
Yep.
Put them all together.
And I think you should be switching it up.
No,
The
because
people who are always talking to
see, my husband
shut
is
up.
always an alpha. He's the alpha. If panic sets in, he just takes control of the situation. Just it comes naturally.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe the same. Weirdly enough, I'm quite similar to that.
Are you?
In those sorts of situations, I'm really good.
Yes.
But in the other ones, I'll go off and figure things out myself, and then I'll force myself to go in and say, how about this as a suggestion? I've been doing a lot of that. I've been practicing a lot of that at work and been shocked when people listen to me. I'm still surprised when I get positive feedback because I don't take... We haven't even mentioned, by the way, what this podcast is about, which is about positivity and negativity. We're just looking at different aspects of positivity and
I
negativity.
think people would have picked it up by now.
I think so.
Oh, that's interesting because also as a celebrant, I can go into the rehearsal and just take control of the whole situation. And that sometimes I get there and the mother of the bride is trying to take over, or the bridesmaid who just got married in the last 6 months, and she at her wedding they did this, at her wedding they did this, and sometimes I'd let that go, but I'm not going to sort of jump on top of them, and just take over.
See, that's where your skills come into play.
Yeah.
You can observe all these people around, the conversations are going on, you can find ways to get that mother-in-law out.
Yes, that's where a wedding coordinator is really great. Wedding coordinator and I give you the eye, and they take the mother off to discuss some really important things about the wedding.
Lock her in a...
Yep, that's it. So let's talk about negative sort of examples.
There's a word that I've learnt not that long ago called catastrophizing, which is sort of when... It's when you're anxious about a situation.
Have you not heard that word before?
Yeah, I like it. Really, yeah.
But it's a common word, catastrophe.
Catastrophe, but not catastrophizing things.
I use that word in my language.
You do?
I do.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's always finding the disastrous outcome.
Because that's what I always do. That's probably why it's in my vocabulary.
Okay. I think that's why you and my wife are friends.
Yes. Okay, so...
Yeah, I don't do that. I do not catastrophize anything.
Do you think your wife does?
Yeah, I think she's mentioned that. She's admitted that that's the case. And it's an aspect of anxiety that can just come out to various different people.
Well, this is true. So today I was talking to my
Expression.
psychologist about, this is the psychologist who helps me with flying, which I think I mentioned this, I can fly, but I want to feel really calm and relaxed and excited when I fly. So I've been seeing this psychologist, okay? Did I mention this?
No, but I've now pictured you down at the airport in past Lilydale.
Yeah.
That you're in a Cessna now. You're flying. You've talked about how you want to actually fly.
Never in one of those planes. When I drive past that, which is often going to weddings, I think, what sort of people go in these planes? But anyway, that's not... I digress.
Okay, well, I don't know what you mean by fly then.
Yeah, on a big plane.
Oh, so yeah, okay, still literally.
Not me.
Just not on a... Okay.
Not me flying,
yeah.
But me being a passenger on a plane. And so when the first session, we've had about 7 or 8 now, he said, what's the issue? I said, well, I'm nervous if I go on a plane, it's going to go down and, and I'm going to be having to be the alpha person who's holding my kids' hands while we're going down, crashing to the ground, and then we're all going to die. My husband's not coming on this trip that we're going up to soon, and so he'll be left a widow without his 3 children and his wife. Not just his wife, but everybody in his family. He will lose us all, and he'll be so sad. And I've already told him, you can meet someone else. That's okay. Anyway, so I've said this is catastrophizing.
I do that.
Well, do you?
Sometimes I do.
Well, anyway, let me say the psychologist said, that's interesting. He said, because it normally takes me 3 or 4 sessions to get to that. People normally don't, like that's the underlying issue, but they normally go, oh, it's just this or it's this. And he has to, really pull it out of them. Whereas but with me, it's that first session of, I just got straight to it, which is probably, an autistic thing. You just go straight to, this is the actual issue, whereas everyone else, you need to unpack it. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
With me, you don't have to unpack. And I was talking to your wife's, we both had the same psychologist for a while, so your wife needs to unpack over a long period of time. Whereas I've said to the psychologist, you say to Jen all these, all these great things, can you tell me some things too? And she's like, well, no, because very different and you already have thought about everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I'm not saying that Jen doesn't think about things, but
Yeah.
just in very different brains.
But I think psychologists also do unpack things that you're not aware of, but things you think you are aware of, we just blurt it out and go, this is what's going on.
So I very rarely have had that. I think I have that brain with the psychologist's brain that I'm already thinking those things. But if anything, I might say, what do I do with this situation? And they'll tell me the way that I should go. But I know the way I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the same.
But a lot of people don't know the way they think.
No. And I think when we were talking about senses before, I think sometimes I don't know what some of my senses are doing.
Yes.
But from that perspective, no, I think I do. I
Okay.
like that sort of stuff. Well, just one last bit about negativity, I would say, is that, I think autism is often defined in terms of deficits, and that's something that we're doing this podcast to flip that completely upside down because it's not the way it should be.
No.
And hopefully it'll change for the good.
Sounds good.
I wanted to quickly bring up another thing that when I thought of negative and positivity, I immediately started thinking about some news items that I'd heard over the last few years where particularly someone blaming ADHD for bad behaviour.
Yeah, yes, that's definitely recently.
And drives everyone absolutely batty.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to look into ADHD and bad behaviour and whether there's some sort of link and what's going on. I came across something called hyperactive impulse type.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just quickly describe it. It features strong feelings of restlessness and impulsivity. Impulsive behaviours can sometimes look like an emotional outburst. There's impatience or there's interruptions. I think we can agree to all that can happen. Mm-hmm. This does not, however, equate to bad behaviour because the impulsivity is not intentional. And I think that's the bit that really hit home for me, and I think should hit home for these idiots who have blamed ADHD, that it is not, the whole point is that it's not, we're not being intentional.
No.
And that those offences, those bad behaviours are absolutely intentional. Both parties are aware of that and they both know what's happened is wrong. So I think they're deliberate actions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, hyperactive impulsivity. Mm-hmm. So I just think that sort of bad behaviour, none of that sort of stuff appears to be like relating to grabbing a lady's part, to use Trump as an example.
Oh, yes,
You
Trump.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that part. Yes, ladies, little bits. Yep. Well, I haven't done that myself, any of those sorts of things. But as you know, we're always evolving. So I'm coming to the conclusion that I think that I may need to go for an ADHD diagnosis, but that's if I can get in with a psychiatrist.
Oh, so it has to be a psychiatrist.
Well, yeah, so I'm not sure if other people are aware, but if you have ADHD and you would like to trial medication, you can't get that from the GP. You can only get it from a psychiatrist. But the waiting lists, if you can even get on one, are so ridiculously long. The other way my GP has told me is that you can actually, if you have children, so I've got my children have a paediatrician who I'm actually seeing next week, and I guess I could plead with him, hey, as long as he thinks that I do have ADHD, he can allow me to trial it and then see how we go. So I'm going to try to push for that and see what he says.
What exactly?
Well, what medication?
I'm sorry to bring drugs back up again, but these are good ones.
I'm thinking I'm a Vyvanse kind of person, which Vyvanse, it's an ADHD medication. It's not like Ritalin. I think it's a little bit opposite, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
So I've got two kids on Ritalin. I don't. I've got no one on Ritalin. I've got one on one thing and then two on Vyvanse, and Vyvanse seems like my sort of group because I sit there, I had the psych session today. I can't just sit there for the 45 minutes. I'm actually secretly on my phone doing other things. My brain needs, it's not like I need to sort of, like when we had Julie last week, I don't need to be fiddling with something. My brain needs to be doing other things while I'm actually talking to somebody.
Yeah, that's an interesting, I'd love to, at one point we've got to get a neuroscientist or someone in to talk about attention, and because my understanding is that you can't hold focus on more than one thing at a time. No matter how many times that this old cliche about women can multitask, my understanding, the way our brains work, they cannot do that. You can only focus on one thing at a time. So, which is why they don't want people having phones in their hands when they're driving, because what they're doing is the focus is going away, obviously, from driving. But what's also happening in their brain is that they're actually, when they're reading text, they're actually starting to build pictures of the person they're talking to. So more stuff's going on, more parts of the brain are being activated. And so the attention is definitely passed onto something completely different, not driving. And it takes around about a second for you to switch tasks. So, yes, you can multitask, but you're switching, very quickly switching between each one.
But also, I imagine some people can't have phone conversations when they're driving.
I know, that's what I find weird, because I can read to my son.
While you're driving?
While I'm driving, while he's in bed, while I'm driving. And read Mr. Men, which I've read, maybe it's because I've read them all 100 times, and actually have think about other things. I'm reading the book to him, and I'm thinking about other stuff at the same time.
Good job. Yeah, I do that too.
Then I become aware of that. I go, wow, that's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah, that is good. So, do you put yourself down?
To sleep? Do I read? Do I read and pat myself to sleep?
Look, that's something I do all the time. Is I just change the subject without telling anyone, because while you were talking, I was having other conversations in my head, and that's why that happens. Because I think we've already talked about that, but I've already talked about it in my head with you.
All right.
Yes.
We need another mic for your brain so we can pick up that stuff. Okay, I know what you're asking.
Okay.
Yes, I put myself down. Yes, I do.
Discuss.
A lot.
Now?
Well, no, I'm saying I do it. I do that a lot.
Now? At the moment, in this stage of your life?
Contextually in performing music. We've talked about that.
So when it's something you love?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I just... it could be something that it's something that I love. But when the other thing that I put myself down with, which is something that's going to be coming up maybe next episode or very soon, which will be dealing with body image and with eating disorders, things that are very, very much a common occurrence in the autistic community. And so I think that's the other aspect where I put myself down as well. And that's, I guess we'll discuss that.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. So I think I probably also had a confidence problem when I was younger, but I don't think anymore. I mean, I know that I'm valued. I know I'm of value, so just sort of get stuffed if you don't like me. Like, I know I can be too much for some people, and that's okay. I don't care. I don't want to interact with them either. So yeah, I mean, they don't choose me. I don't choose them.
That's right. And it's a good lesson for the kids too. When bullying goes on and things like that, it's like my wife was saying that to my daughter. Like, do you care?
Yeah.
Look at these people. Look what they're going to be as adults.
Yes.
Do you really want to know them? No, you don't.
Oh, but who wants to be back at school? It's just horrific.
No.
Yeah, so it's really hard for them to get through. I just keep saying to them, it's only until about year 10, and then you're getting more specific subjects which you have different people who are interested in the same things as you.
I wasn't listening.
Okay, that's all right. Just go.
I was thinking about what we're going to be doing next and whether we talk about it. I think we're getting towards 45 minutes, and all I was doing was I was ruminating in my head because it's the book that I claim. I told you and everyone to read it, and I haven't read it. Well, I'm reading it. It's amazing, and there was a part of that where they're talking about how you can unmask. A lot of the book is about how to unmask. Okay. And it was absolutely fascinating, but I think we'll talk about it another time. It's worth more discussing. Discussing.
Put your teeth back in.
Sorry about that. Back in.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, that sounds good. You do have a little bit of a special.
Well, we've got to... I've got to play the song? Do I have to play the song?
It's special, yeah. It's special. How are you going to introduce it? Say, and now, go.
Oh, and coming up now, a very exciting episode of Autistic Moments, featuring...
Bianca Paliaga.
Yeah, I forgot her name, so that's why I had to get her to do that.
Autistic Moments!
What, now? Is this going to be as embarrassing as mine was, or...?
How good was that jingly thing? Who was that superstar?
No, that's not you yet. That's coming up. We've already got the Autistic Moments theme. It's coming up. That's why we have to move along.
What do you mean? Okay, so let's do it. What are we doing? What am I doing now?
Autistic Moments.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought the song went up beforehand.
It comes before and after. But I've already played it.
Yeah, that's why I said, how good was that?
Oh, exactly. So
I said that.
Well, then what are we talking about?
Okay.
Get on with it.
Okay. Now, all right. So I don't think I can trump your story from last week. Because I've had feedback on that.
Oh, no.
People are laughing. People laugh out loud. It was very good. But I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad I entertained people.
Yes. So we're going to talk about my father. So this is my father's autistic moment. So I have told him he has autism. He doesn't really like.
Does he know you're about to do this?
He doesn't actually know what autism is. The other day at dinner, I was talking about that I've done this podcast, and he said, you told me that I've got organism, but I don't know what you mean. So he doesn't have any idea. I should say he's German, so German accent. Right. And so we've always put down just his quirkiness to his German heritage, I guess, being German. But now we realise is it racist? Well, because Germans are perfectionists and they're quirky people. Anyway, an English, breakdown of language. Anyway, and I was talking to his doctor about this actually as well, and I just said, we've got autism, all the kids, and he said, so where do you think it comes from? I said, well, obviously my dad, and he was like, I just thought it was because it was his German. So he said the same. That's not my funny story. My funny story is when I think maybe my dad's 60th, he had a party and he got presents, and one of them, someone gave him a pair of boxer shorts. And my dad doesn't understand. So in the past, when I was probably about 9 or 10, so if someone puts something in his drawer, he'll open the drawer and he'll wear it. So on a number of occasions...
In his drawers? Like that's another term for underwear. So
sorry.
Someone's putting something... Someone's given him some
I'm jumping all over the place.
And someone's put something in...
I'm going to start again. When someone cleans his clothes and puts them in the drawers, a couple of times someone accidentally put my 90s in his drawer. Okay, so my dad was a builder on a building site, and on at least 3 occasions that I can remember, when I'm maybe like 8 to 10, he came home from work wearing my 90s.
How does that equate to an underwear though? How could he not notice?
I changed the subject because I haven't got back to that. But no, not underwear. He's worn my 90s and it says like Big Mouse, Little Mouse.
Yeah, but how's he wearing it to work?
Well, and then it's pink and frilly, right? And then when he got home, my mum would say, What are you wearing? And he'd be like, what do you mean? Well, it was in my drawer. So this is
wore it
all the time, right? And this is not even the funny bit, right? Because go back to the story. So someone for his birthday gave him a pair of boxer shorts, right? It was a joke. They were being funny. He doesn't understand boxer shorts because they're just shorts. Okay, so he thinks boxer shorts are shorts. But the person was being quite funny because they actually gave him their special glow-in-the-dark boxer shorts. Anyway, I'm at school and year 12s can go and over to the shopping centre at lunchtime. So we were there. My friends, obviously, everyone else who's in year 12 is there as well. And my dad's walking down in the supermarket, just walking up, and I'm there with my friends. The mall?
Yeah, the mall.
Down the walkway, yeah. And I looked up, there is my father wearing these glow-in-the-dark boxer shorts, right, that are pictures of penises.
No.
And it says well hung all over them. All over them. And, of course, I just was mortified and just ran the other way with all of my friends so that they couldn't see this. And then, you get home and you ask him what
the hell.
What was that? He goes, well, they were in my drawer.
That's in my drawer?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That would just bring me into prank paradise. I would be putting stuff in those drawers like...
I should have. I should do it now. I can still do it. Although he's not going to building sites now. What would other builders have thought? Well, he was his own builder then, but like he would have had electricians and, carpenters and things come in.
That's next level. Like I've worn some really stupid stuff over the years, but I did it on purpose.
Yes. Didn't even notice.
That was insane.
I just thought I'd leave that pause. I wanted to leave an awkward pause and see what you... Because I was supposed to go, yeah, like that. Because I'm trying not to do that too much because I did get one feedback from two people said that I got to say yes, a little bit too much.
Oh. Well, I could just remove you from that, but I'm not going to.
Oh, no.
You're going to have to learn.
No, funny, fine.
I say a lot, so I've learned that too.
Oh, okay.
Let's play the fade out.
Autistic Moment.
What, now? Now, before we get to the very last thing, I just want to quickly conclude our podcast topic with just a couple of points, which you can either agree or disagree with. Keep talking to people about positive aspects of autism.
Why? Why positive? Why do we need to be talking about positive?
Because I think there is, as I said earlier, 90% of people have a very negative view on what autism is. They don't understand it. And so the more we verbalise it, then particularly the more we talk about, there's a term in, one of my other interests called the happy humanist, to talk about, it's not doom and gloom. People who don't believe in God aren't all doom and gloom. It's, I'm your happy, friendly neighbourhood atheist, or I'm your happy humanist. And so it's the same thing. I'm your happy autistic who's got a lot of really good stuff going on. So I think it should be framed in as a positive way as you can.
I don't disagree. I agree, but I'm just interested.
Okay.
What else? So how about be open with your employers? You
Yes.
quite like that?
Exactly. That's what I've done. I think the more people who do that, the better off it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a boss, so I am the boss.
How about talking to your kids about all the strengths?
Absolutely. I do that all the time.
Okay. How about keep thinking about how you contribute to your family, friends and work in ways that add value? Because I just think imagine a world without autistic brains. I think we'd be swinging in the trees still.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Agree. Yeah. Why not?
Last point quickly. Seek professional help with those aspects of yourself or a situation you find difficult. Never be afraid to talk.
Oh, can I just say something? Like it might take about 40 seconds. Okay, so it's Carers Week this week. So next week, when this is coming out, will not be Carers Week.
Right.
But this week is Carers Week. And it's interesting when you mentioned that last thing. I've gone to a couple of events this week, and it was interesting just talking to other carers and just how shell-shocked they still are. There's so many of them who don't get this professional help. They don't get see psychologists or even counsellors. And I guess there's a whole, what do you call that when they don't want to do that? It's too much, like it's too embarrassing, too mortifying to think that they would need.
Oh, to get it. That's
Stigma?
a
Stigma.
Stigma, it's a throwback to the last few generations.
Yeah, so but they need it. They're just dying.
Yep.
They really are, and they need it. And then they will talk to, I was there with your wife, and her and I are together. I'm like, we are a great team, her and I. We could really help people. We're there and we just give them some, great feedback and help. And then at the end, one of the events, one of the ladies just came up and she just wanted to give a really big hug to us. And so I allowed your wife to do that and I just walked the other way. But it was really nice that she just wanted to do that hug. She really needed it. And because we really helped her. And so your wife did the hug thing. But
Like tag.
That's it. I just wanted to add that on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They've got to be useful for
My
something,
work here is done. I don't need to be touched.
Come here, don't touch me.
That's it.
Now, this is the exciting bit that you were referring to before. Something exciting for everyone and something you've been asking for, and I've done it. I've written a piece of music for you for a segment that we already do. We don't really call it a segment, but it's happening every freaking week, so I may as well say it is.
Yes.
And that is compliments from Dan.
Oh, I got confused.
How can you be confused? You already know because you've sung it.
That's okay. I get it.
Let's just play it.
Watch out. Watch out. It's a compliment from Dan.
So, what did you think of it?
I really like it.
Yeah.
But you know what I know? And this, you know what? I know you've already come up with your compliment already. You've already planned it. I like to shock you with it.
Why? How do you know?
Of course you've planned it. I know you have. You've probably written a list for the next 3 episodes.
No, I haven't. No, it was just I thought of one and
When did you think of it?
not long after the last when I was editing.
Yeah, so a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can't have the compliment ready when you haven't even seen me today. You're supposed to be complimenting me on today.
Oh, no, that's not a rule that you specified.
Okay.
That hasn't been written down.
You tell me what this
anywhere.
one is and I'll
I've
decide.
signed no contract.
I'll decide. Okay.
Well, okay, so my compliment, my first actual compliment that I...
Don't give me eye contact while you do it. Okay. The other
Well, I
way.
can, because it's actually... Well, it's sort of about you, but it's also about your husband.
Oh, okay.
And it's a compliment to say that I think you picked an incredibly good man as a partner, and that I think that when you find a partner that and there's a longevity to it, it's because it's your values as well as their values, like we talked about that last time.
Yes.
But you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think the way that you guys communicate with each other is not the same as what we do, but it's still incredibly effective.
Yes.
I heard a little story about one a couple of days ago, actually. And I think that's indicative of wanting to learn and change and progress. And I think both of you have that within you. And I just wanted to acknowledge that particular
great.
husband is, he's done a lot of that.
Yeah, and he's done a lot for me, but also I think I've done a lot for him, and
That's right.
he just does what he's told.
So that's a double
And he can lift heavy things.
double shot Tuesday, even though it's not Tuesday. Oh, and he can lift things.
Yeah, he can lift heavy things.
There's one of my favourite shows was called Coupling. It's an incredible. It's like and it's like Friends, but so much better. It's English, and I think I'm not going to be able to quote it directly, but she says she loves handymen because they've got the tool belts on, so they've got everything in that one location. They've got all the necessary tools are all just there. Even if they've got nothing else on, they've just got their tool belt. All the tools are lined up available.
That's so true. Okay, we'll leave it with that.
I wish I had a tool belt now. I think my wife has one.
Does she? Yes, I believe that.
Now I feel negative about myself again. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you, when you were wearing those boxer shorts that said well hung and there were pictures of penises on it, what were you actually thinking?
That was nice and colorful, and my wife, she liked it.